We just bought this house and it has a fireplace that has a funny leak in it that is making our living room absolutely freezing. So we're going to try to figure it out. So we're just moving in, and this fireplace has been making our whole living room cold. And the funny thing is it's not coming from the flue. The flue is sealed up nice and tight. Where it's coming from is right here. The gap right here, and right here are leaking freezing cold air at night, and it's a strange situation. If you look on the side, it's all nice and tight and clean. There's no problem there. Then if we go outside, this is the outside of the fireplace in that area. The leak seems to be happening right about here. But gosh, it looks pretty tightly sealed up. And going down, it looks pretty tightly sealed up. So I really wish I knew where the air was coming from in this fireplace leak, this draft that's coming from between the bricks and the wood here in these three spots. I just can't figure out where it's coming from, but when all else fails, you got to seal it up with foam. I think that's the answer here. And I found this great stuff. It's in a black color. It's not that typical orangish yellow color that you buy when you go to the store usually, but they actually have it in a black to fit other applications. It's a little more expensive, but maybe worth it. The only problem I have is that usually the great stuff products come with a flexible tip that you can weave into tight spots like this. But this one, they brought out a new type of a tip. It's a no drip tip, which sounds pretty good. But for me, I would prefer to have the old one where it's flexible, because this one is a hard, rigid tube, and it's just a different design. I haven't used it before. I've used the other kinds before. I'm sure it's fine for what it is supposed to do, but for my application, I would like it to get kind of back in these corners a little bit, and maybe that could work. But just in case, I also found this. I went to my local store here, and they had some of this kind of tubing that actually fits on pretty well. And kind of wedge it on there, and that can kind of snake way back in there and get that foam way back in the crevices wherever it's originating from, or at least that's my plan. Wish me luck. So it's important when you use foams like this that you do the full shaking for 60 seconds. Woo! Okay, kind of out of breath there. Second thing is, it's important to put that tip on. It screws on, and you want it seated all the way at the bottom. So tie it on really tight. There should be no gap between that white and black. It should be totally sealed. And so just to show you what that tip looks like, see if I can get it to focus. It looks like it's sealed to me, but I think it's supposed to work where that actually seals off the tip after you're done using it. It's supposed to keep the product good for 30 days. I never had luck with that in the past. Maybe this is different, but we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, I'm going to put on this rubber tubing, this, I don't know, is it PVC? Is it vinyl? I don't know what that is. And we're going to try to do this. Now, I should have gloves on. If you've ever used this stuff, it's super sticky, super tacky. You do not want it on your fingers, and you don't want it on anything you don't want it on either. It will get really sticky though. But I'm going to kind of snake it back in there a little bit and hopefully have some luck here. Oh, and you're supposed to wear glasses. Let me get some glasses. Okay, I don't actually have safety glasses. Obviously, don't do what I'm doing. We've just moved into this house. I don't have the safety glasses with me, so I'm going to do it this way. Don't do what I do, though. All right, wish me luck here. Sounds like the foam was coming out of the vent right here, like the straw wasn't attached. It was almost like leaking out of here, but you're starting to see the foam actually come out through the tube now. Gosh, I'm gonna try to keep this on. I don't want it to come out the wrong way. And it's hard to know if I have it far enough along. Seems like I do. Okay. Do it again. Okay. I'm really hoping for the best here. Well, it came out there. It's not ideal. Oops, the tube came off, of course. Okay. And then just a little more there. And just for good measure, we'll do it in the lower spot, just below where it's coming out, and see if we can get some above it too. Okay. So we got it in there, I think. I did get a little bit on my hands. You don't want to get this on your clothes either. And that will be a little bit hard to get off. I think you're supposed to use acetone or nail polish remover to basically get it off. But if you're smart, unlike me, you would have been wearing nitrile gloves to keep your hands clean. But yeah, let's see how this goes tonight. We'll come back to this a little bit later this evening when the cold air usually infiltrates the house and the living room, and see if we have sealed it off okay. Well, so if you stuck with me all the way to the end here to see the results of my fireplace installation project, I do want to tell you that I did fill it up and the air has stopped flowing. It's pretty amazing because last night we were in this room and it was freezing cold. If you got near this fireplace, you were absolutely frozen to the bone. Now where the foam is, there is no air coming through. It's working great, but there is a little bit of foam that is popped out that I'm going to have to scrape it off. I just have a screwdriver, and I won't waste too much of your time on it. I'll scrape some of that off. But I do got to say, this has been a terrific improvement over where we were. It'll also probably save us a ton of money because the amount of heat that was being lost to this draft was hard to measure. But I know I'm happier. I know my wife is happier. I know my kids are happier. This is going to be a nice improvement over the previous situation. Hey, if this video helped you maybe solve a fireplace situation that you have or giving you some ideas for fixing a problem that you're having, best way to thank me is to either buy me a beer or to comment, like, or subscribe. Thanks for watching.